Okay, so this video is a Revit video that's going to show you how to basically make this roof line. So it's fairly standard in older areas. So we're going to start again with new. We're going to look for our English Imperial and a residential template. So first we're going to create walls. So we might want to make sure they're connected to the second floor. It's only going to be a single-story house. So we will, what are we doing here? Start off by drawing. So now this is a generic wall. I'm going to actually change that to something with siding on it. Let's go with brick siding so it looks a little better. So we're going to go with 6 feet. 6 feet, and we'll go across. I don't know, make it small. 16. So the outline of this isn't terribly important. And when we hit 3D, we're going to see we actually have the siding on the right side. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create on the second floor, I'm going to create the main roof. And I'm actually going to do it from the second floor vantage point. So I'm going to pick walls. I'm going to have the slope defined by the back wall and the front wall, and then I'm going to take the slope off for the sides. And so there's a lot of different ways of doing this part, but I have found that it's probably easiest just to hit modify and drag that right across, and then we're just going to have it match up. Probably didn't need to have to drag that. So then we hit the check mark and we take a look at what we have so far. So much as we suspected, just kind of a generic roof. So we're going to go back to our second floor, and we're going to make the smaller aspects. So we're going to pick walls. We're going to use this as defining slope. So the top and the bottom are going to define slope. The front is not. And just to make it kind of simpler, I'm going to draw a line there, and then I'm going to trim it back. So eventually it's going to join, but it's not going to join right now. Okay, so when I hit the check mark, we'll take a look at what we got. So we have both of our roof lines. They're the same level. So if you do it this way, they're going to be the same level. I've done this a few times and they haven't always worked out smoothly, so that's probably the best way. I'm going to go to modify and I'm going to join these two roof lines. So here it says join unjoin. It wants you to choose this edge first, so the movable edge, and then that. And so that would be great if it would actually do what we want, but if you look from the end, it's not creating that opening. So this video is more about that opening than we care to think. What I have done a few times, and it hasn't worked for me, I'm going to attach this wall to the roof, and I'm going to attach this wall to the roof. And for some reason that makes it a lot easier to cut the opening. So then we want to go to architecture. We want to go to the dormer cutout, and we want to select these lines in here. Actually, before I wanted to pick that line, so I'm going to go back. Let's go back. So we're creating dormer cutout. We're selecting the roof that we want to cut. Now it's picking the lines. So the easy ones are these two top ones. You can change it to wireframe if that's helpful for you. And it just wants this line here. So I've created an extra line, which is not great, but we're going to trim these ones back. And we're going to trim that. And we're going to try to delete that if we can. So that seems, and if we're lucky, that worked. So I think it did work. So if we look at it from the bottom and we change it to maybe shaded, it's a little shaded. So, and if I move it around, you can see that it actually worked. And then you can go and attach all the walls to whatever you want. So you can do it all together or do it separately. You can actually reach through. If you can reach through, you can just select that one wall and attach it to the roof. So a lot of times we do them all together. But I guess this is just another way of doing it. And so you can sort of see that it is working out. And the last one, okay, so I think that that proves that it's possible. The hard part is sort of taking a look. If you want to, you can turn on your section box, and then by manipulating that, you can kind of prove to yourself that it worked without the other parts of the house in the way. So there you go. I think that confirms it. Anyways, good luck with duplicating that. You can add windows and doors if you want for this particular assignment, but you don't have to.